Welcome to Made in Vegas. It's a show where we visit with local entertainers and see how they live a healthy lifestyle. Today's kind of a special one. It's a unique one because we're going down memory lane. So we're going to actually see some videos of people that we've already met with and places we've already gone. Starting with Marlene Marcus, or who at the time was known as Marlena Zion. So kick back, relax, and enjoy this clip.
I am a singer and a performer. I perform at casino lounges and special concerts, and I also perform back in Hawaii, and I tour the military bases performing for our military. I do have time to work out because I get to work out at home. I work out at home using Beachbody programs, so they're at-home workout programs. So all I do is pop in a DVD on my laptop, and I can just do it in the comfort of my own living room and the privacy. Well, what I was doing now is I'm doing it's called Les Mills Combat, and it's all these kind of fight workouts all put together, like MMA, boxing, Muay Thai, and it's fun. You do a lot of kicking and punching, and while you're working out and sweating. My fitness goals is basically to stay healthy and to maintain a certain weight and size, but I don't really have like a particular size or weight in mind. It's just how I feel, more like feel good about myself when I look in the mirror. Do I like what I see? How do I feel? First of all, I gained about 35 pounds with the baby, which is, kind of average. They say 25 to 35. How people can gain 25, I don't know. Because I was watching what I ate, and I was, still working out, but I still gained 35 pounds. So after I gave birth, I really didn't know what to expect, because that was my first baby.
Hey guys, we gotta take a short break, but we'll be right back after these messages.
I didn't really worry about it because I didn't want to diet, and obviously you can't exercise until you're cleared by the doctor, which is normally about 6 weeks. But I wasn't worried because I wanted to make sure I was healthy to nurse my baby. But thankfully, it kind of all fell off by itself. So I lost the 35 pounds, mainly from breastfeeding. And after about a month, I started on my protein shake regimen. So I drank Shakeology every morning and followed up with oatmeal. And those are all great things for nursing too, is oatmeal and eating healthy, because you're supposed to eat how after you give birth, like how you were pregnant. So you still have to eat healthy because you're nursing the baby. I stay fit. Why do I do it? Is just to be healthy and to be mobile, because there's a lot of things that I want to do in life that requires being energetic. And now that I have a baby, I just want to make sure I have a long life so I can be there with my baby girl. My fitness goals are to maintain a certain weight and a size. And what weight and size that is, I don't have one in mind, but it's basically how I look and feel in the mirror. If I can still fit my dresses and look good in them. Well, some previous goals that I've met and that I've been proud of is some, not just working out goals, but nutritional goals. So there was one time I challenged myself. It was called the 21-Day Ultimate Reset, which was a eating program that for 21 days I had to prepare all my meals, and they were all vegan meals. So just being strict on my eating regimen and as well as cooking, which I'm not a very good cook, but I can follow recipes, but doing that as well as gigging still was a real big challenge, because I brought my meals to work and I had to make sure it was all ready before I left for the gig. So that was one thing I was very proud of, was to finish that program, and I lost 6 pounds doing it, so that was good. How do I keep myself accountable? with my workouts is I log it in to the computer. I have a little tracker that I say what program I'm doing in it. And then every time I do the workout, it kind of marks it off. So I can't not be accountable because everybody's looking for your posts on that day. And especially if you tell somebody what your goal is, they're going to call you out on it. Like, did you do your workout? Or my husband, did you do your workout today? All right, I'll go do it. How does fitness affect me vocally? Well, it really helps with your breath support because it brings up your stamina, and especially cardio, it brings up your stamina. So when you're singing, you have lots of support and you can actually sing like higher notes, longer notes without getting fatigued during the night or during a song. And plus, too, obviously we're a show band here in Vegas, so you have to move. So being fit and in shape will help you be active on stage. Move, dance around, so you're not like huffing and puffing by the end of the night. I notice if I'm not in good shape or if I've haven't worked out for a while because I get tired, I get tired on stage and just tired in general. Like going up and down the stairs, it's like, whew, at the top, you're like, dang, I haven't worked out in a while. Or you just feel really, I call it rickety. You feel really rickety if you don't work out or if you don't eat good. You feel like crap. So how I promote health and fitness for me is just basically living my lifestyle. Just being. I post here and there on Facebook like, hey, I'm doing this workout or I'm eating this way. But mostly like when I'm with my friends or family, they just see how I eat or they see me working out. It's a part of my day-to-day life. And when I'm with my family, especially my family, I encourage them to eat healthy and stay away from the bad stuff. I would definitely recommend people pursuing their personal fitness and health goals because, you have one life to live. Might as well live a long and happy life and energetic. So now that I have, my child, of course I want my mom and dad to be there a long time for her too, to be able to run around. And just for me, I love to travel. So when you travel, you got to walk around and see the sights, and I want to be able to do that for a long time. For me, it's just live a long and happy life. What I'm really proud of is helping my younger sister reach her health and fitness goals. She's lost about 50 pounds through nutrition and exercise. So, that for me is just being able to help and motivate and encourage family members to do that is priceless. She's my sister. I love her so much. And it took her about a year to do. From 1 year to the next is such a huge change. And now she travels with me to fitness conferences like the summit that we had here in Las Vegas to work out with the celebrity trainers. And sometimes she's the one motivating me now. Because when we went last time, I was pregnant. And she said, I saw other pregnant girls there. You better get out of bed and do the workout. Where do I normally perform? I normally perform at Las Vegas casino lounges, such as Arizona Charlie's, both on Decatur and Boulder. I perform out in Mesquite at the Eureka Casino. And those are my normal gigs. So you can find all my gigs on my website at marlenazion.com, and also the fitness things, anything you want to know.
Hey, don't touch that dial, remote, antenna, whatever you have. Don't touch it, because when we come back, we're going to be meeting with Gene Woods at Gene Woods Racing Experience. So we'll see you after the break.
My name is Gene Woods, and I own Gene Woods Racing Experience. I've raced all over the world, and now I'm kind of semi-retired, and we house right here in Las Vegas. I have raced over 40 years through many countries. What got me into racing was my older brother, 10 years older than me, was a motorcycle racer, and so when I was extremely young, 4 or 5 years old, he was competing, and that got me involved. When I was about 5 years old, I knew that that's what I wanted to do the rest of my life. In terms of health and fitness, just competing on the normal level of racing, or even here at the go-kart track, it's a great workout, and that pretty much keeps you fit. I do it because it's what I love. It is my passion, and it's what I really enjoy to do. My personal fitness goals are just to stay healthy at later years in life. Previous goals that I've met and surpassed, just physically, just staying physically healthy, happy, reasonable shape, and then I've surpassed many goals and my expectations in racing, winning many championships that I didn't expect to do. I keep myself accountable by whether I can button my pants and my clothes fit generally. Fitness affects you as a racer, definitely by far. What they call falling out of the seat in a race car is basically running to your physical limit midway through the race or towards the end. You need to be as good on the last lap as you are the first lap, and that's where the physical conditioning comes into play. When you're racing, you notice that you're not in your best shape, definitely, because you're on the spot. There's no pulling out. You've got till the end of the race to finish, and it shows in your results. I promote health and fitness just on a daily basis, just even here at the go-kart track. When you promote racing, you're promoting health and fitness because it is an extreme physical activity, and it's a great workout, and I think you guys can attest to that. I would recommend people to pursue their passion with health and fitness through their passion, because their passion becomes extremely easy, and it's not really like working out. It just becomes what you love to do. I can't think of anyone in particular that I've helped reach their personal fitness goals, but I think everybody that comes around and gets involved with our racing or our race program is receiving some health and fitness benefit from that, because it is a physical activity. Stay healthy and stay strong and pay attention. Remain focused.
You know what? I can honestly say that driving those go-karts was not easy. For 2 reasons. 1, it's racing. 2, I'm Asian. And that was not any Tokyo Drift, if you know what I'm saying. But when we come back, we'll be visiting with Camp Rhino and find out what CrossFit is all about after the break. I'll see you soon.
My name is Julie Johnston, and I own Camp Rhino, Rhino CrossFit, and Boot Camp Las Vegas, which is our outdoor component. So Camp Rhino's been open about 1.5 years now, and before that we've always had obstacle courses and workouts outside at the different parks, and we go all over town, Mount Charleston, Red Rocks, Lake Mead, and so now we're happy to have a place where the obstacles are permanently so that we can do classes on them and train on them and get better on them. We added CrossFit just this last year because a lot of our boot camp participants were curious about it. Like, what is CrossFit? It's the newest thing, and people see the CrossFit Games. They see people pushing weights and doing a lot of the things that we did in boot camp, but then add weights to it and add like a lot of different fun things on the bars, like the muscle ups and the pull-ups and the rings and handstand push-ups. So there are some extra things that we never did out in the parks because you kind of need a facility for them.
Yeah.
And so instead of having our boot camp members and our rhinos go try other CrossFit boxes, we decided to add it to our program, and so we became an affiliate, and we have really great coaches here that do a really good job teaching CrossFit, and we all are participating in the Open. The Open workout just came out, and we're all going to be participating, and we're super excited about it. Well, CrossFit is basically moving and have intensity, like it's intensity in your workouts. That's what it's all about. Having a super short period of time, but you just have as much intensity in that time as you can. And a lot of people ask, what is CrossFit? And there are a lot of different components components to it. There's the weightlifting component, there's the gymnastics component where you do like handstand walks, handstand push-ups, pistol squats, and then you have a lot of work that you do on the bars with the pull-ups, chest to bar pull-ups, muscle-ups. But CrossFit's just taking exercise and basically being able to score it or time it or measure it and say, I did this workout this fast or this well before, and now I can do it this much better. So you're taking exercise, I guess, and you're measuring it. That's what you're doing with CrossFit. A beginner in any one of our classes can definitely expect the instructor to take great care of them. You're always going to get your butt kicked, but you're going to get your butt kicked at your level. So if you have a hard time walking around the block and that's what makes you huff and puff and that's what makes you miserable, then we're probably not going to start you off sprinting. We're going to start you off pulling a tire and doing those movements that aren't going to hurt you, but they definitely get you in the spirit of boot camp. And I think what's important is to make a distinction between the boot camp and the CrossFit program. So CrossFit, again, it's more measured workouts with weights and with gymnastics and with different things that you can measure what you're doing. But with boot camp's more obstacles, and it's more you show up not having any idea what you're going to do. You could be pulling a tire in different ways for the whole hour, or you could be carrying a log up a mountain. You never know with boot camp like what it's going to be. Here at Camp Rhino, it's indoors, obviously. We go inside and outside, and we have all the obstacles to work on, so you're definitely going to see a lot of those, but you're still going to see the weights and the medicine balls and all the other fun things that we have to offer here. We try to take part in all of the fitness events that happen in Las Vegas. We're the official training grounds for the Spartan race, and we hold practice Spartan races on the weekends. So if you aren't sure whether or not you can do a Spartan race or even a Tough Mudder or the obstacle course races, you can come to one of our weekend training events and you can try all of the different obstacles and the tasks that will be at a Spartan race or at a Tough Mudder, get a feel for them and see whether or not you can do them, but it's in a guided environment. So you'll be running and then you'll do an obstacle or a task, run some more, do an obstacle or a task, and you have the trainers there that will teach you how to go over the walls, how to scale the traverses, how to do a rope climb. And then it makes people very comfortable, so then when they actually get out there in a race, they already know what to do and they know how to do it. The way that we train here at Camp Rhino is we do not want to ever be bored working out again. We want things to constantly be exciting, and we want to get excited about coming and working out. We want to get excited about events that make us train for those events to get ready for them. And then we always say that weight loss, getting healthier, is just a beautiful side effect of getting addicted to fitness and being excited about working out every day. A lot of people ask us, how do I start something and stick with it? And the answer is that humans like to be entertained. You can tell by what we watch, what we listen to. You can tell just by social media. Now you have to be doing 5 things at once just to stay entertained. And so here at Camp Rhino, we like to continue to offer the newest, the latest exciting things here. That's why we have CrossFit. That's why we have obstacle training. That's why we're constantly adding new and crazy weekend events that people can train for. It's because we want people to just be constantly excited about what they're doing physically, and then they don't even notice that they're working out every day and they're getting healthy and they're losing weight. It's just a side effect of being excited about moving their bodies. You have to think of it as kind of a playground for adults. When you're a kid, you looked forward to recess, you looked forward to going to the park and working out, and when you're an adult, you look forward to going to Camp Rhino and coming and playing at our playground, taking part in our recess. Yeah, we have jungle gym, rope. We swing from rope to rope, so there's your swings. We play games. We have field days, and the outdoor boot camps, they play all kinds of games. They take just regular, your old, like the games that you used to play as a kid, and they turn them into your worst nightmare. Like you do leapfrog as a kid. Well, have you tried it as an adult lately? Still fun, but a great quad burn. Oh, the Ninja Warrior obstacles are definitely the most difficult thing that we have to offer. I don't think we have one person that has conquered absolutely everything in this gym, and that's what we kind of try to keep offering. You have your elite people that are always looking for something to challenge them, and we have that for them. And then we have your people that are a part of our Biggest Loser group. We have a weight loss group here at Camp Rhino. You have to have 75 pounds plus to lose to be a part of that group. And so they're definitely challenged by everything that they can do at their level. And now the ladies and the gentlemen that are in that class, they're all shrinking before our very eyes. They're going to be kicked out of their own class pretty soon. But what we try to do is we try to make sure that no matter who you are, you're always going to have some kind of challenge that you're looking to conquer here at Camp Rhino. And that includes me. I own this place and I can't do everything in it. And guarantee that gets frustrating at times. But if someone ever does conquer everything, we'll just keep building new things. I think it's important though that saying that there are things in here and there's no one that has done everything at Camp Rhino. I don't want anyone to ever be afraid of coming, because we've had every level, we've had every age. We've had a woman who is 72 years old participate in our CrossFit program. We've had a gentleman who is 400 pounds come here and lose his first 100 pounds. So no matter who you are, like whether you're a ninja warrior or whether you want to lose a lot of weight or you just want to make sure you do something fun, while you still can, like there's a place for everyone here. So Gary and David both did really well in the workout this last time. It was their first time out, so we never expect that much from somebody on their first day. But what I saw really needed to be improved in both of them was just their flexibility. After you go and you do the CrossFit, you do the boot camp for a while, you all of a sudden you're able to get deep enough on your squats and your form starts to improve more and more because you get used to it. But when you first start out, it's really, really hard to get the technique right when you don't have the mobility. And it's more about mobility even than flexibility. It's just getting those joints moving and keeping them moving and doing these exercises, not just for your first time, but to continue doing them so you can get better. Well, obviously, strength and speed can always be improved upon, but it was just not even being able to get low enough with that weight and then pushing it up over your head. That's something that everybody can work on and fix. And that's what's exciting about working out, is just that that even if you get to a plateau on how much weight you can push or how fast you can go, you can always get your technique better and maybe push a little more. My favorite part was when someone went over the trash can and threw up for me. That was my absolute favorite part of that workout. So to me, David won. David won because he puked for me. Sorry, Gary.
All right, that's our show, everyone, and thank you for going on this journey with me. If you want to see more, come find us on YouTube. That's Made in Vegas TV. Well, until next time, aloha.